Oh boy, here we go. We're actually doing the thing. Let's go! Oh god, I forgot about this boss. He wiped me last time. Fools! Haven't you learned your lesson? We are immortal. We shall live forever with Lavos, who devours this planet even as he sleeps. Within 1400 years, he will emerge to become ruler of this world. I wonder if she says something different if I'm in a different area. The Black Omen is the path which leads to Lavos. It is a shrine which provides us with limitless power. As long as the Mighty One reigns, your dreams are hopeless. You should sacrifice yourself to the mighty Lavos. Ha 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 ha. Oh, how do I use the triple tech? I guess I can't use it. I'm not sure why, but I can't. The triple tech that I equipped Ayla with. I should have re-equipped the silver thing. We all have protection from status now, so that helps so much. Because this guy loves to give statuses. Ow. Holy crap! Well, we did a thing. I think we're a little stronger than we were before. What's up, Yeet? Dude, the rainbow is just so freaking strong. I mean, Ayla is like the physical fighter, and she's doing like 400 damage, and Chrono's doing 1300. Like, the rainbow is just so strong. Holy cow. He's critting, but it's because of the rainbow, because the rainbow has 70% crit. So, like, it's part of the rainbow that's making it so strong. Peeping Doom. Give you the silver stud again. See you, Jimbo. Be sure to check out the Discord later for the 2 announcements. I know for sure you're going to very much enjoy both of them. What are those? They're goons, alright. I will agree with that. They are definitely goons. What a perfect name for this enemy. What a perfect name for this enemy. Hired goons. Winged goon. They look like... Hear ye. What? They look like a mix between a dog and a bat. But then it has like bird legs. This enemy is terrifying. I do not like this enemy one bit. Make it stop. It's a fat bat dog. Man, I get elixirs from like every fight. I have to have so many elixirs now. I have 11 elixirs. Those are gonna come in handy. Ba 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 na na na. Ba ba ba. I'm just gonna use. Oh, I can't. Man, like every enemy in here is completely unique. It's interesting. Yeah, glad you enjoyed the Echo S mod, Hero. It was very, very cool. I was very happy to show it off. Whether or not, you know, everybody likes it or dislikes it is not really the point. It's just the fact that it's made and the fact that they work so hard on it. It's just really great to show people's hard work and give them recognition for the work they're doing. It's not really about... Too many people comment on it and are like, you know, oh, it's not as good as the remake. It's like, of course it's not. What are you, stupid? I mean, like, to me it is. To me it's way better than the remake. Because the remake's going to be a cash cow, and this is like a project of love. But, like, people are like, oh, it doesn't look as good as the remake. Well, okay. But yeah, too many people are like, I've seen a lot of negative comments on that video, and it makes me sad, because, like, here you are, you're not making anything, you know, you're not making a Final Fantasy VII mod from scratch, you're just bringing down someone that's working hard, actually doing something. And like I said, whether it be good or bad isn't really the point. These panels remind me of, like, I don't know. I feel like they kind of look like that boss from Final Fantasy VIII. I forget what his name is. On top of the tower during the raid mission. That has like the tornado attack. You're fighting like Biggs and Wedge, and then he comes in and blows them away. Elveret, yeah. Don't those panels kind of look like Elveret a little bit? Now they look like nothing because I blew them up, but... Looks more like Samus, maybe. I think they look like Elberette. Lock all. The use of music in this game is just incredible. It seems like all the time I'm fighting enemies with different music playing. Now I'm fighting these enemies, but the battle music isn't playing. It's so unique in that way. I never know what music's gonna play when I fight something. Kind of makes it a lot more interesting to fight stuff instead of just, and here's another fight, and the regular fight music, you know. Yeah, like, I've said it before, the soundtrack in this game is remarkable, but it's not just the soundtrack, it's the way that they use it. The sound design in this game is just flawless. I've never really seen anything like it. The music truly makes the experience different. It's not enough just to have good music, you gotta use it well too. This game has both. It's the whole package. Should have healed, because I can't use text. Is he just halving my HP? I think he is. Oh, nope. Will this game make my list of top 5 or like favorite games? Possibly. I feel like it's already close and I haven't even finished it yet. You know? I'll have to play it again though, because I can't just play a game once and be like, yep, that was incredible, and just put it on the list. You know, it's got to be something that I like return to and continue to enjoy if it's going to be my favorite. But in terms of like best games I've played, it's already up there, I think. You know, favorite games is different. Favorite is like you have a personal connection with it. But man, why can't I hit these things? There we go. But in terms of just best games, like if I had to make a top 10 best games I've played, I feel like this already cracks the list. Just because it's made so well. And especially for the Super Nintendo. Metal Mute. What is the list? Well, Final Fantasy VII is my favorite game of all time. That's pretty obvious. It's mostly because it's the game that got me into gaming. My second favorite game of all time is Final Fantasy X. Mostly because Yuna is my favorite character of all time. And the combat is my favorite that I've pretty much ever played in a game. I usually say that BioShock Infinite is my third favorite game because of the impression it left on me the first time I played it. But now I feel like that's kind of tied with Kingdom Hearts 2 after going back and playing Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. So somewhere in that list is BioShock Infinite and Kingdom Hearts 2. And then I don't really know what comes after that. I'd have to kind of think about it. But those are like my top 4 that just have to be up there. Final Fantasy IX used to be up there too, but it's been so long since I've played it that I need to play it again to rekindle my love for it. But like I said, those are just my favorite games. That's 100% completely biased. It doesn't have anything to do with how good the game is. That's just my favorite. games. You know, I could play like Final Fantasy VI and be like, this is the greatest game I've ever played, and it still wouldn't be above the list of like 10, because 10 is a game I grew up with and, you know, had like a lasting effect on me. So. Yeah, we will be doing Chrono Cross. Not next, though. But we will be. See ya, Nuxal. You have a great one. Make sure to check out the Discord if you haven't yet. I'll be putting up those big announcements on there later today. Yeah, I hate this noise. These things need to die. Do not like those noises. Oh, I think you have to do capital C and then no space for the cheer. There you go. Thank you, my man, for the 1,000 bits. Really, really appreciate it, dude. I would not be here without the support of awesome people like you. Thank you. No NES games in anyone's top 5? You know, that's kind of interesting, because I grew up on the NES, but none of the games really left an impression on me. I had the NES when I was younger, and I wasn't really into gaming yet. I just kind of had it, and I played it with my dad, and, you know, we'd have fun playing ice hockey and Mario, but then we'd put the NES away and do something else. The PS1 was the first console that I really played and was like, okay, this is like my thing. And like I said, Final Fantasy VII was that game. I didn't really care that much about video games until I played Final Fantasy VII, and then I was like, this is where it's at. And I skipped over the SNES, so, you know, I missed out on all that, so I went from ice hockey on the NES to Final Fantasy VII on the PS1. So it was a big jump. Had I gotten an SNES, maybe Chrono Trigger would have been the game that got me into gaming, or Final Fantasy VI would have been the game that got me into gaming. But since I skipped over... Why am I fighting music bots? What? Okay. Because I skipped over it, you know, 7 was that game for me. Also, I absolutely loved Mega Man 2. If there were an NES game on my top 5 or top 10, it would be Mega Man 2. But I didn't like it that much as a kid. It was way too hard for me. It was later that I played it that I was like, you know, I love this game. As a kid, I was like, this is impossible. Along with The Legend of Zelda, too. I played The Legend of Zelda when I was a kid, and I was just like, this is too hard. I don't know what to do. This is the weirdest fight. Why would the Black Omen have the music bots that Luca made? I'm confused. Is Luca the actual final boss? Also, I missed someone's question. Have you played Phantasy Star 4? No, I haven't played any Phantasy Stars. Another series I'd like to delve into one day. Oh, more of these. Doom is probably also in my top 10. Well, it definitely is in my top 10. Might be in my top 5. Might be like number 5. But it's hard to pick what Doom. I have to pick like Doom as a series. Because I love them all, including the new one. It's too hard to pick. I mean, if I had to pick, I guess it'd be Doom 2. Because that was the one I played the most when I was a kid. But it's very, very hard to pick one. I mean, Ultimate Doom, Doom 2, TNT, the new Doom, they're all good. Plutonium Experiment. Plutonium Experiment I didn't have as a kid, though. I only played that later. Yeah, I would say if you had to, like, trap me in a corner and say, like, what's your top 5 favorite games right now, you have to pick. I would say 7, 10, Bioshock Infinite, Kingdom Hearts 2, Doom would be my top 5. Without putting too much thought into it. And possibly, like, there's so many games that, like, come in at number 6 and number 7, like, tied. You know, like, honestly, I think Celeste is there. I think Kirby 64 is there. You know, there's a lot of games that sit right there at the number 6 spot. So... Kingdom Hearts 1 as well. Final Fantasy 9's probably there. I've had a lot of people tell me to play Shin Megami Tensei something. So I'll have to check it out sometime, because I get that request a lot. I'm getting so many hyper others, I feel like I should just start using them. But I might as well use my crappy others first. I got so many mid others. So I really haven't played any Fire Emblem. I like RTS games, but I'm very picky with them. I think Fire Emblem I would like a lot, but I just never owned it. My RTS game, my go-to RTS game is Advance Wars Dual Strike. I have thousands of hours in that game. That might be like my second most played game past Final Fantasy VII. Mostly just because it's my game that I always pick up and play, like, on trips and stuff. Did you just eat the other one and heal from him? What the heck? Fire Emblem isn't an RTS. Well, I guess it's... I mean, what would you call... You'd call it a tactical RPG, right? And RTS is more... Yeah. Okay. So tactical RPG is what I'm talking about. RTS would be like Red Alert, Command & Conquer, Red Alert, games like that. So I was getting them mixed up in my head. So yeah, my go-to tactical game is Advance Wars Dual Strike. But I'm really picky with tactical games. Like, there's a lot of them I played that should, you know, everyone says is amazing, and I just don't really get into them. For whatever reason. But, yeah, sorry for anyone who got triggered, because I just, in my head, I came up with the wrong word. Yeah, so RTS is like Armament RTS on GameCube, all the Command & Conquer games, those are RTS games. What I meant to say was tactical RPG, which is like turn-based board game type games, like Fire Emblem. So yeah, I don't know. I want to get into Fire Emblem. I found that it's harder for me to get into games like that nowadays. I loved them more when I was younger. Nowadays, it's hard for me to get into them. I guess I'm just more impatient as I grow older. I have noticed that for sure. I am definitely a lot less patient than I was when I was a kid. And it's harder for me to get into games that don't, like, interest me immediately. Which tactical RPGs seem to always be slow starting up because they have to explain the gimmicks. Which is fine, but it's just hard for me to stay focused sometimes. Like, I remember when I tried Final Fantasy Tactics, which is a fantastic game, but I just couldn't get into it because it was like, they had to explain to me all the classes, and there's like the tutorial mode, the tutorial mission to start off, and I was just like, I'll play this later. And then just never went back to play it. I feel bad about it, but it's like, I don't know. After a while, I just get bored. I got another Nova armor? I don't know if anyone else can wear it. I guess you probably can. Oh, no, you can't. Nobody else can wear it, so... Yeah, I mean, I know it's a good game and I enjoy it. It's just I can't... I don't know, I just can't get into it. I need to be in the right mood, you know? I need to be in that mood to play a game like that. And then I'll get into it. Oh, I can buy Hyper Others now? That's sick. 3 of you, and in a place like this! What? What does wake up do? Hey, we've got a customer. You're starting to bug me. How long do I have to put up with your drivel, Ribbit? Just shut up and push, will ya, Gribbit? Get on it, Ribbit. Oh, does this take me out? Okay. Time to reset the console. Ha! I'm not going to do that anymore. But I had to know what wake up meant. Oh, I didn't press it. Reset. Yo, C-Mark. Oh, you got that second interview? Dude, nice. Let me get some foam fingers in the chat for C-Mark. Oh god, my thing is stuck. There we go. I had a feeling that's what it was, but I was like, I'm not gonna... Haste Helm? That's the greatest thing ever. And Chrono's already super fast. It's amazing. I feel like I missed a question that I wanted to answer. Balthazar, what's your go-to phone clicker game? I've had kind of an interesting experience with phone games over the last couple of years. When I was in college, I liked phone games a lot because there was a lot of oh god, what is that? Tubster. It's Tubster. Oh my god. Chrono has like that red glow on him now. Sweet. Could you imagine if I gave Chrono haste? He would be so fast. He's already so fast. Actually, I don't know. Maybe I can't give him haste now. Maybe Haste Helm gives him haste. Okay, this guy does a lot of damage, and it's kind of worrying me. Okay, you're dead. Chrono said you're dead, so you're dead. So I I used to love phone games in college because I had a lot of downtime waiting for classes or whatever, on the bus or whatever. So I played them a lot, and there was a game I played. I like the card games a lot, the TCGs a lot. I found one that was like pretty big. I can't remember the name of it, but me and my buddy played it, and we were actually in one of the biggest clans. We were in like the clan that was like the 4th in the world, and we played it religiously. And then one day we both woke up and were like, you know, we spend way too much time on this game that like kind of sucks. Like really, at first it was fun because you collected cards and came up with strategies and stuff, but by the end we already knew what our strategy was, and it was more of just doing stuff for the clan. You know, getting points or whatever for the clan, or being in raids or whatever. And we would spend like 3 hours on this game that all we did was just do the same thing every day. We already had all the cards we needed, just doing that same thing we always do every day for like several hours. And one day we both just kind of looked at each other. We were like, why do we play this? You know, we could be playing like these great games on console. Like we would literally sit in front of our PS4 and play this mobile game. We just kind of looked at each other like, what's wrong with us? And we quit that day and never went back to it. And ever since then, I've picked up mobile games like here and there, but I never stick with them for more than a few months because I'm just like, I could be doing better things with my time. So they're great for time wasters, but I don't take any of them seriously anymore. But I used to. So basically I escaped the cult, yeah. Basically, long story short, I escaped the cult. I feel like some of these enemies could be dodged, but I don't really mind fighting them, so. Wow, that was beautiful. These guys take like no magic damage, I guess. Man, this stop thing is amazing. They keep eating each other and it's weird. I don't like it. Stop eating each other. Man, they stay stopped forever too. Chrono, you are so fast and do so much damage. Can I just have the other party members do nothing? Because if I just spam attack on Chrono, I pretty much win everything, ever. I can't imagine losing a fight. Because Chrono just does so much damage and is so fast that I would get out so much damage before they ever did anything. How's it going, Dermo? It's good to see ya. Captain Gordon! So yeah, and I had a couple other games. Like I had one mobile game that I was pretty serious about, again in college. I was top 10 in the world in that game. But that game was awful because the way that it ranked you had to do these tournaments, and the tournaments were at specific times, and you actually had to be there at that time. And that was awful. Like, I was literally like canceling plans with people because I had to sit there and play this mobile game. And like after I canceled, you know, on somebody like twice, I was like, this is a problem. I shouldn't be playing this game. I should not be canceling plans with friends because of this freaking mobile game where I just sit here and tap the screen. Like, that's nonsense. So that's when I quit that game. Actually, truth be told, I didn't quit that game. The game, they canceled the game. They just up and canceled it. But I was actually kind of happy when they did, because I was thinking about quitting already. I mean, I was a little sad because I was top 10 and they just blew up the game, and it was like, wow, all that work just gone. But at the same time, I was like, hey, I get to hang out with my friends again, that's cool. The game quit me, yeah. I mean, yeah, like, I truly feel like mobile games are a problem. They really are. And none of them have any gameplay, just none of them. They're just always just tap, tap, tap. I played the Kingdom Hearts one, that one's just tap, tap, tap. I played several of the Final Fantasy ones, it's just tap, tap, tap. And they have such bad balance. I played Record Keeper for a while, and that game actually had some thought put into it. But the problem was, the balancing was terrible. You either annihilated everything or got destroyed by everything, and there was no middle ground. So it wasn't fun. There was no, like... You really could, like... You could actually use spells and equip stuff and everything, so there was some kind of tactics there with the setup, but the actual fighting, there was nothing. So... why can't I... Oh, yeah, that's right. No text against these guys. So yeah, and the only mobile games I ever get any fun out of are the card games, because the card games you actually collect cards and make decks and form strategies and stuff, but it's just too much, you know. And there's always some stupid time gimmick. It's always like, well, you can't play anymore today, or oh, you gotta pay for more points. Whatever they call them, life points or whatever, so you can continue playing. So it's just never worth it. And I always realize eventually that, like, oh, I could be playing my brand new Kingdom Hearts 3 that I just bought, but instead I'm sitting here playing this stupid mobile game. I always eventually make that realization and then just stop playing it. Another one. I'm wondering if he's the same. Falcon hit! Oh my god. Yep. That's the one. I haven't used Falcon hit in a while. It's still just as good as it always was. Yo, thank you for the 100 bits, Chain Nerd. Appreciate it, my man. Cyrus Rip. Cyrus Rip indeed. Haha, you're stopped. Hey, I got a glitched sword again. Cool. My favorite. I guarantee it's not as good as the rainbow, so. Do I even give this to Chrono? Because at this point... he's so fast, it's not necessary. Another one. Speed up Marley, since she's the most important person on the team, pretty much, in terms of staying alive. Yeah, some of those games that you play with friends are fun, but then you get to the point where your friends either don't want to play as much as you do, or they want to play way more than you do, and then it's always a problem. It's like, come on, man, get on Trivia Crack. We got... Come on! Come on, dude, it's your move. Make a word. It's like, okay, our friendship shouldn't be defined by this goddamn Words with Friends game. So this dungeon looks exactly like that dungeon we did a while ago. Is that like because that was the sunken Black Omen? I guess it was, wasn't it? Because isn't that what happened? Like when we did that, it appeared. I don't remember because that was last week. Another speed tab. They really want me to have speed tabs. Yeah, so I did notice that. It doesn't say it right now, but sometimes you see like a star or a double star in the specs. Yeah, like if I put on the bandana, it's a double star at that point. So I guess that's just like the max speed he can possibly have. So he's not actually maxed out, but he's like one away from being maxed out. So maybe I should give him one speed tab if I get one more. Uh-oh. That was cool. Oh, it's this guy again. Giga Mutant. Nice try, but I have protection from everything. Oh god, I did like no damage. Yep, magic is the key with this one. So Marley's gonna be our go-to girl. And you are just going to, charm. Wall ring. Interesting. Yeah, I think Marley was pretty slow before I gave her those. Well, he only takes damage from magic, but he's not really doing much damage to me either, so... Oh my god! Chrono! You are so strong. Even your magic, which Marley has way more magic than you. And you just obliterate everything anyways. Ow. Why'd you have to go and do that? Oh shoot, I hit the wrong button. Oh, Chrono might die. Or he might just kill him. I'm not sure which. I have a feeling this might just kill him. Nope. Rip Chrono. What? He didn't die? What? How did he not die? He had 1 health and he just took 11 health from me and he didn't die. Oh, that's MP, that's why, okay. No wonder Chrono has like no MP. So this guy only takes damage from magic and he steals your MP. That's pretty mean. It's a pretty mean gimmick. If only I had 7 million ethers. Oh no, wait, I totally do. Wait, wait. I freaking love Chrono's victory animation. It gets me every time. The fact that he's looking this way the whole time and fighting, and then as soon as we win, he turns around and goes, "Yeah! Like, good job, you holding the controller, yeah!" Like, it gets me every time. It's so great. Okay, so I got a hit ring, strike plus 10. And oh my god, this power seal is nuts. But I don't think it's as good as the prism specs. Because the prism specs, like, say, ups attack power to the max. So I feel like nothing beats that. I might. Man, this gives so much magic defense and magic. You know what? I'm going to give you this just because. If it weren't for the gold stud being so incredible, I would totally give this to her. But dude, Chrono has 26 magic. He has the most abysmal magic stat. And Luminaire still does like 2,000 damage. Could you imagine if I gave him like the frickin' magic seal? Like just any amount of magic? Like what if Marley had that? Marley has triple the magic stat, almost. Imagine if she had Luminaire. She would just be max damaging everything. Yeah, I mean, if I were to play this again, I would almost feel like giving Chrono the magic tabs, and then just using Luminaire to delete everything. But it's not like he isn't deleting everything on his own with the rainbow. But yeah, I mean, if you gave him the gold stud, he could just spam Luminaire, win every fight. Hits everything too, so it's a lot quicker than attacking everything. Luminaire is Knights of the Round. I think it is. I think it is the Knights of the Round. Just a lot faster. Yeah, Robo's healing move that heals everybody without the need to double tech is really useful. I mean, he could just sit there and spam it. If he had the gold stud, he could just sit there and spam it. We'd, like, never die. I have kind of a glass cannon thing going on here. Where, like, I don't really have much healing other than Marley. But, like, it doesn't really matter. Because if someone dies, Marley just life 2s them for almost free. So it's like, I just let him go. I just let him just blast out an incredible amount of damage, and if somehow we die before they do, I just life 2 them back alive. That's my strategy. Because honestly, Marley with the gold stud is like completely broken. As long as Marley doesn't die, I'm completely safe. Because life 2 is just insane. It's like I don't have to worry about people dying. If they die, it's great, because it means I can give them full health. Yeah, in retrospect, Ayla's not very useful. She's pretty strong, but she has to use techs to do really good damage, and her techs are really expensive. And she doesn't really have anything else going on other than charm. Robo probably would have been a better choice. But I used her originally because I liked charm, and she was doing way more damage than anyone else back then before Chrono became the god. She was my damage dealer for like most of the game. And then Chrono was like, "Ha, you call that damage? I'll show you damage." I think Marley is probably the best character though, to be honest. I mean, other than just the massive amount of damage that Chrono does, Marley has Life 2, Haste, really good double techs, and really good equipment too, like the Prism Dress. And her bows do stop and slow. Her good bows do stop and slow. And then she has a good magic stat, which is really useful in this game because there's a lot of enemies that just you have to use magic on. Which, if I had known how many enemies you have to use magic on, that's another reason why I would have left Ayla behind, because she doesn't have any. And there's a lot of enemies that just don't take physical damage. They actually use that gimmick quite a bit. Oh, an ice sword. Good lord, that attack is so good. I will say, though, the one great thing about Ayla, though, is Falcon Hit. Because Falcon Hit is just insanely good. So many enemies in this game like to go in a line like this, and it's just perfect for Falcon Hit. I mean, look at that. It's just so good. Another speed tab. Okay, so I'm going to give this speed tab to Chrono. And yeah, so now his speed is permanently 2 stars. I don't even have anything equipped that increases speed. Haste Helm gives haste, but I don't think it actually increases speed. So, yeah. He just permanently has double star speed now. What a legend. I really like how they have a cap that's like understandable. In a lot of RPGs, oh, it's this guy again. In a lot of RPGs, there's a cap, but it doesn't always explain what the cap is. And it can be kind of annoying because, like, suddenly your stats stop going up and you don't actually know why. This guy also takes magic damage. So I like how in this game it actually says, like, boom, that's the max. Uh-oh, the bottom half heals? Huh. I don't know how to hurt the bottom half. Physical attacks barely hurt it, and magic attacks heal it. Oh, that's how you do it. He steals health from his bottom half. So I gotta deal damage to the top half. Marley's got lucky 7s. If only that was a thing. Alright, Ice Sword 2 is about to bring the thunder. Actually, Ice Sword 1, because I don't want to hit the bottom half. I got a muscle ring. Welcome to pain. Alright, that wasn't as much as I thought. That was a letdown. I'm hoping this doesn't heal the bottom half, because if it does, that's bad. Okay, it did, but it didn't heal it that much. And it still did absolutely crazy damage. I'm just gonna keep using it. I don't really have anything else that does damage. Only ice does like 500 damage. He's so fast, dude. I just cast it twice. He's so fast. Oh my god. Chrono is like beyond broken. We beyond broke Chrono. What did we do? What did we do to this man? I don't know how to kill this thing now, because the top half isn't stealing health from it anymore. And it also keeps doing that. Oh, no, now it's dead. Okay. I got a white rock! The heck is that? Muscle ring, vigor +6. The heck is a white rock? Invokes triple tech Poyozo Dance! I still don't know how to use those because I equip it and it doesn't do anything. Maybe you have to like do something with them. I'll ask after I'm done with the game. I feel like there's definitely something I'm missing about him, but not sure what it is. This looks different. Oh. Push the shell. Destruction Zone. That attack is so cool. It's not just the damage, like it looks so cool too. It feels so good to use every time. I got a haste helm. Man, there's some good stuff you can get from stealing, I tell you what. It doesn't seem like there's too much that's unique, but like you can get copies of some of the best stuff. But But I don't know, some of the stuff I've gotten I haven't found anywhere else, so maybe it is unique. Wow, triple kick, big damage. Big damage triple kick. I don't think anyone else... Oh, you can equip it. Here's the problem, though. I don't know if I want to equip it to anybody else, because I want them to keep their resistance to status ailments. And Chrono can equip it because the Nova armor also has protection against status. But these guys can't equip the Nova armor, so I'm gonna leave it. I can always cast haste if I want it. I was gonna do Falcon hit, but let's do that. Another save point. At least they give me a lot of save points. This is quite the big dungeon, though. Definitely bigger than any of the other dungeons we've done.